Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have His Eminence Archbishop Peter Fortis come up and welcome everybody and give everybody a blessing on Greek Independence Day and Greek Independence Week. And the big parade is going to be on Sunday, big gala on Saturday night. And my only request on Greek tradition, do not break any dishes. Your Eminence Archbishop Peter Fortis, please give us your words and your blessing.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let's say together the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Your Eminence. And the purpose of us is the people of America and the people of Greece are one people. And how do we bring both our civilizations closer together? And we have also here the chairman of the parade, Phil Christopher. Is Phil here? Phil, come on up, say a few words. Me and Phil went to school together about 100 years ago.
Well, Your Eminence and ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. It's great that we have John Katsimatidis, who owns this beautiful radio station and has done so much for our community, and we're all very, very proud of him. Thank you, John, for everything that you do for our community. His Eminence has been, for the past 3 years, has been appointing me as General Chairman of the parade under protest. This is my last year, Your Eminence. Just want to make sure. I just want to say that, as John said, the Greek American community that we're very proud of is first in education, second in national income. Under the 500 churches across the United States, we have built a community that is the envy of everyone else. And we are working united. Sometimes it's difficult, but we are united and we are working to put a great parade. 120 participations this year, communities, churches, schools, organizations, 52 floats, more than any other year. We have the beautiful dancers from Kerkira that are here. His Eminence once again arranged for the Evzones to be here, the Presidential Guard. 25 Evzones will be marching down Fifth Avenue. The College of Thessaloniki with 40 students with their uniforms and with their flags. So it's an amazing parade on Sunday. We have all the politicians coming. Senator Schumer will be marching. Congresswoman Maliotakis, Mike Lawler, and many others will be marching with us, along with our New York State politicians that will be there. Yesterday I saw Cuomo. I invited him as well. The mayor will be there, Eric Adams. So we're excited about this parade because our theme this year is Greece, the birthplace of democracy, and a strong partner of America, strategic partner of America. And more than ever today, we want Greece and the United States to have this partnership. It is good for Greece. It is good for Cyprus. It is good for us as Greek Americans. So I want to thank you all for coming here today, and thank you, John.
Thank you, Philip. And we couldn't put this on today if it wasn't for the very hard work of Eftihia Piper. Effie, you want to come in and tell us a few things?
Your Eminence Archbishop Elpidoforos, Honorable Consul General Iphigenia Kanara, Governor of the Western Region of Greece, Mr. Farmakis, Vice Mayor of Northern Corfu, Mr. Garnelis, my dear Father Panagiotis, presidents and members of the Hellenic American organizations in New York, and we have today the doctors, we have the lawyers, we have the Cyprian and the Hellenic American Chamber, HEPA, Hellenic Professional Women, Hellenic Congress, Hellenic Expo, Capital Link, Federation of Greek American Educators, Pa Gregorian, and we're expecting the president of Alma Bank also. Members of the press, colleagues, and dear friends, we welcome you and thank you for taking the time from your very busy schedule to be with us today. And yes, we have an overwhelming participation, but we promise to make it your worthwhile. We're here today to celebrate the Greek Independence Day, which is actually on March 25th. This date commemorates the start of the War of Greek Independence in 1821, when Greeks rose up against the Ottoman Empire after nearly 400 years of occupation. The day marks the beginning of the struggle that eventually led to the establishment of the modern Greek state. March 25th coincides with a religious celebration, the Feast of Annunciation, Evangelismos, which commemorates the visit of Archangel Gabriel to the Virgin Mary, during which he informed her that she would be the mother of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. We have prepared a great celebratory program with great songs, roundtable discussion, the dancing from the Corfu dancers, but you have the program, each one of you has the whole program on their chair, so I'm not gonna go through it. Let me, though, extend our special thanks to Kima Restaurant for offering the delicious food we just tasted, and Cap St. George Hotel and Resort in Paphos, Cyprus, for being a great sponsor of our event. We'll talk about them later. A big thank you to John and Margo Katsimatidis and the president of WABC, Chad Lopez, for making this event possible, and of course the WABC staff, under the guidance of Margo, for organizing, decorating, and preparing everything that looks so amazing tonight. Thank you, Margo, and Emily, and Stephanie, and Doug, and Danny, and Jared. Last but not least, many thanks to the musicians of the Sinis group who kept us entertained up to now. Thank you all. And now we're ready to start, and we will start with a video from Margo Katsimatidis, which was filmed for the occasion.
Good afternoon, Your Eminence Archbishop Epiphoros, distinguished guests, family, friends, and fellow supporters of the Greek American community. I am Margo Katsimatidis. I would like to acknowledge the love and support of my husband, John, whose Greek roots have been a constant source of inspiration. He came to this country as an immigrant, just as my family before me did. We both understand the challenges and triumphs of the immigrant experience, and we know firsthand that this country is built on the hard work, dreams, and sacrifices of those who seek a better life, who believe in the promise of the American dream. Greek culture has had a profound impact on the world, from philosophy and democracy to art, music, and architecture. The contributions of Greece continue to influence and inspire us all. It is through this lens that I recognize the Greek heritage within my own family and within the greater community. We stand together united in the belief that regardless of our heritage, we are all Americans striving for what is right and just for our country and for our families. Our forefathers worked so hard and sacrificed so much to give their families and their future generations an education, an opportunity, and a chance for a better future. Speaking of future generations, I'm overjoyed to share with you that I am now a yaya to a beautiful baby boy, John Andreas Katsimatidis III. This new chapter of my life has given me an even deeper sense of purpose and a renewed commitment to the work my husband and I do. It is with that spirit in mind that we are all gathered today to honor Greek heritage and to all those who believe in the power of hard work, community, and the American dream. The United States allows us to be who we are and to dream and to strive to become who we want to be. Ευχαριστώ to all those here and all those who came before us, whose commitment to culture and hard work allowed us to live the American dream and keep our Greek heritage alive. Zito Alas.
Margo. Do you want to say anything else? Give another greeting for us?
I have another greeting. What the heck? You know, keep it short. And what are we going to start with?
No, we have a whole program.
The whole program, my God.
We'll follow the program.
You know, I'm staying here in all Greeks' honors. They're waiting for me at Yankee Stadium for opening day, but I'm staying here. I'm not going up there. And again, thank you for all. And my biggest mission of His Eminence and myself is for world peace and keeping the world together. I had an old mentor, George Doris, about 100 years ago, and he used to say, Oli Mazi. And Oli Mazi. You don't pay attention to some crazy Greek newspapers. 98 of them say Greece and America is great. 2 of them are trying to start trouble. Well, let's move on. What's our first thing? Where's the dancing girls?
No, 1 second.
No dancing girls.
We have singing first.
Singing. Bring the singers.
Okay.
Από την κόψη του σπαθιού τη τρομερή, σε γνωρίζω από την όψη που με διαμετράει τη γη. Απ' τα κόκαλα βλαμμένη των Ελλήνων τα γελά και σαν πρώτα ανδριωμένη ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδριωμένη ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδριωμένη ελευθεριά.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please sit down. We'll continue with 2 songs to get us into the spirit of the day. The youth choir will sing Natane to 21. I wish it was 1821. It's a patriotic, popular song about the year 1821 when the war began for the Greek independence from the Turkish occupation.
Μου ξανάρχονται ένα-ένα χρόνια δοξασμένα, να τανε το 21, να έρθει μια στιγμή, να περνά ο καβαλάρης στο πλατή ταλόνι και με τον κολοκοτρώνει να πλυνώ κρασί, να πολεμάω τις μέρες στα κάστρα και το σπαθί μου να πιάνει φωτιά και να χρόνια δοξασμένα, να τανε το 21, να έρθει μια βράδια.
Γέρασα μωρέ παιδιά, 50 χρόνους κλέφτης, τον ύπνο δεν εχορτάσα και τώρα αποσταλμένος θέλω να πάω να κοιμηθώ, εστέρεψε η καρδιά μου, βρύσει το αίμα το χύσα, στα λάματια δεν μένει. Αμάν, 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 στα λάματια δεν μένει. Τρέχα, παιδί μου, γρήγορα, τρέχα, τρέχα ψηλά στη ράχη και ρίξε το ντουφέκι μου στον ύπνο μου επάνω. Άκουσε ο Δήμος τη βοή μες στο βαρύ τον ύπνο. Το άχνο του χείλη γέλασε και σταύρωσε τα χέρια. Ο Ιεροδήμος πέθανε, ο Ιεροδήμος πάει. Ο Ιεροδήμος πέθανε, ο Ιεροδήμος πάει. Αμάν, 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 ο Ιεροδήμος πάει.
Thank you so much, both Mr. Tsurakis and the choir. I have to mention John, he's an Assyrian with a beautiful voice. We are honored today to have with us His Eminence Archbishop Elefthidophoros. He has a very busy schedule, but he made an exception just for us. I would like, if you would like to give us a message for the March 25th Day celebrations, if you could come up. Thank you so much.
My dear John, αγαπητοί Έλληνες και Ελληνίδες, πατριώτες και πατριώτισσες, thank you, John, for having me here to talk a little about Greek Independence Day, which always falls March 25th. As you know so well, the annual parade, which you have, John, always supported with such generosity, is this coming Sunday, March the 30th. We will be marking the 204 years since the initial uprising that gave birth to the modern Greek nation. The heroes of 1821 were inspired to a great extent by the revolutionaries of 1776, and the Greek-American community combines both their spirits into a proud and patriotic manifestation of what is best in both democracies. Earlier this week, on the eve of the Greek Independence Day, our community was graciously hosted by President Trump at the White House, and we gifted him with a special cross. That cross symbolized the President's commitments to our shared Christian values, and this cross is a visible reminder that it is only through sacrifice that our freedoms are preserved. So, before we march up Fifth Avenue on Sunday, we will be praying at our cathedral on East 74th Street with the Metropolitan from Greece, Metropolitan Chrysostomos of Patras, from the very place in Greece where the revolution began. And we will remember all those brave soldiers and heroes who gave their lives both in Greece and in America so that we might enjoy the blessings of liberty today. Thank you, John, again for this opportunity to share the Greek Independence Day with your audience, and I will see you at the parade. Zito η Ελλάδα!
We thank you very much for your wise words and wishes. His Excellency UN Ambassador Sekeris, who is on the program, won't be able to join us today as he had to be at the UN Council, Security Council. But Ms. Sekeris is here, and we welcome her. As you know, Greece, as of January 1st, 2025, joined the UN Security Council as an elected member for a 2-year term, and Greece will actually preside in the Security Council in May of 2025. And now we would like to call upon our Consul General of Greece, Iphigenia Kanara, for her greetings. Thank you.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ και χρόνια πολλά σε όλους. Your Eminence, Mr. Katzimatidis, Mrs. Katzimatidis, dear guests. For me, it's the first time. When Eftihia told me that you have to be at the event, I said, okay, I mean, I was wondering what kind of event is that, but now I'm here that I realize how important it is for us to be in this cause together. So I'm not going to take more of your time, but as a follow-up to what His Eminence just said about the importance of the day, I would just like to add that those ideals that His Eminence referred to, namely democracy, rule of law, liberties, political liberties, all those messages that our two nations share, and all those ideals that our predecessors gave their lives actually to defend, they are unfortunately, I would say, very contemporary, very relevant today. We witness every day that democracy is being challenged across the world. So it is our duty, I would say, as citizens, but also as nations, to put our forces together and resist and stand against all those forces that try at least to violate all these liberties, all those ideals that both our nations shared. And the Greek-American community, as His Eminence said, is a great bridge between our two nations. You are both very well, rooted in these nations that you picked to be your first home. And at the same time, as today's event proved, you are connected with Greece and you maintain this connection. And this is very important for us and for Greece and also for the bilateral relations between the two countries. So thank you, Mr. Katzimatidis, for opening once again your house, your home here, for everything you are doing for the Greek-American community. Ευχαριστούμε πολύ, Ευτυχία μου, για όλη την προσπάθεια. Ξέρω ότι ήσουν ο πυλώνας όλης αυτής της προσπάθειας και θα σας δούμε λοιπόν την Κυριακή στην παρέλαση. Regardless of the weather, we have to be there. Thank you so very much.
Yes. Τα μέσα. We have the pleasure to have with us today the governor of the region of Western Greece, Mr. Farmakis. Please come to the podium for your greetings from the motherland.
Your Eminence, Mr. and Mrs. Katzimatidis, it's a great joy and honor to be here with you today. As the regional governor of Western Greece, a region deeply connected to the struggles and history of our beloved homeland. I bring you all greetings from our fellow citizens from Aetolia, Akarnania, Achaia, and Ilia. I feel that the distance separating us from our homeland holds no significance today, because here in this great country, the spirit of Kalavrita and Mesologi continues to thrive and honor by the strong Greek community in this land, in the United States of America. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished host for today's event, and to say that Greece means a lot of things, but the Greece that lives in the hearts of the diaspora is the greatest and most beautiful Greece of all. We may live in Greece, but Greece lives in you. Thank you for everything. And of course, give me the chance. I have something small for you. As a president, we have this tendency to do this exchange. As Greeks, it connects Roumeli and Morias, Roumeli and Peloponnese, with a small bridge, the biggest bridge in Greece, of Charilaos Trikoupis, Rio Adirio. We made the decision to change the branding. Western Greece means a lot of things. It's rather difficult to understand. So we managed to decide one thing as marketing: Olympian land. Ancient Olympia is in our region, and of course is something global and above all things. So we are Olympian land, and we come to you as an Olympian land. New branding. Thank you. Ζήτω το έθνος.
Mr. Farmakis, my father is from Roumeli and my mother is from Moria. From both. Okay. I'd like to acknowledge also Mr. Garneris, who is the vice mayor of Corfu, Northern Corfu, and he's also the president of the group that he brought today to us, the dancing group Folklore. And we thank you so much.
Σεβασμιότατε, Mr. Κατσιματίδης, αγαπητοί προσκεκλημένοι, θα ήθελα με τη σειρά μου και εγώ να ευχαριστήσω την Ομογένεια που βρισκόμαστε μαζί σας σήμερα από ένα μικρό δήμο της Βόρειας Κέρκυρας, ένας μικρός σύλλογος ο οποίος εκπροσωπεί την περιοχή του και τη Βόρεια Κέρκυρα, να συμμετέχει στη μεγάλη γιορτή της Ομογένειας, η οποία μας κάνει μόνο περήφανους και μόνο περηφάνεια μπορούμε να έχουμε, έχοντας απέναντί μας την δεύτερη Ελλάδα, η οποία μας δίνει δύναμη και θάρρος να έχουμε μια καλή πορεία και δύναμη έχοντας αυτούς τους ανθρώπους μακριά από εμάς. Θα ήθελα με την ευκαιρία αυτή που είμαστε εδώ να δώσω δύο μικρά δωράκια. Ναι. I would like to give to Mr. Katzimatidis and to Ms. Katzimatidis a small present from... Yeah. Both of you, Mr. and Ms. Katzimatidis. Both of you, please. It's a small present from our municipality and from our association group. Okay.
That's beautiful.
Very nice.
Not from Mr.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Παρακαλώ.
And now a little entertainment right before the round table.
We need entertainment.
Our next performer is Anastasia Zani. Is she around? I don't see her. Or is she coming from the back door? The back door. Come on, Anastasia. Anastasia is an international singer.
All right, His Eminence has the lead.
Thank you so much. Okay. So Anastasia is an international singer, a modern soprano that has solidified her position in the international music scene through performance all over the world. She will sing for us Dzivaeri, which translates to something precious and reflects the longing of a loved one who is far away. Για όλους εμάς την ξενιτιά, as they call it. And then she will continue with the dance of Zalogo. We can't hear you. Go closer. Go closer. We can't hear you. Or come here. Come here.
Αχ, η ξενιτιά το χαιρέτε, Dzivaeri μου, το μοσχολούδο μου, σιγανά, σιγανά, σιγανά και ταπεινά, σιγανά, σιγανά, σιγανά πατώ στη γη. Αχ, εγώ ήμουν που το έστειλα εκεί στα μαύρα ξένα, εκεί στα μαύρα ξένα. Σιγανά, σιγανά, σιγανά πατώ στη γη. Give us the rhythm now. Για δώστε μου το ρυθμό. Can you give the rhythm? Στη στεριά δεν ζει το ψάρι, στη στεριά δεν ζει το ψάρι, ούτε άμπτω στην αμμουδιά, ούτε άμπτω στην αμμουδιά. Έχετε για βρυσούλες, κάμπι βουναραχούλες. Έχετε για βρυσούλες, κάμπι βουναραχούλες. Οι σουλιώτισσες δεν ζουνε δίχως την ελευθεριά, δίχως την ελευθεριά. Έχετε για βρυσούλες, κάμπι βουναραχούλες, you know. Έχετε για βρυσούλες, κάμπι βουναραχούλες, μαζί. Έχετε για βρυσούλες και στις σουλιοτοπούλες. Έχετε για βρυσούλες, κάμπι βουναραχούλες. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, 40 παλικάρια, especially dedicated.
40 brave men from Livadia who are heading to conquer Tropolitsa.
So, Greeks inspire through the years all over the world. You can put a lighter. 40 παλικάρια από τη μωρά απ' τη λεβαδιά. 40 παλικάρια από τη μωρά απ' τη λεβαδιά. Για να πατήσουνε την τρόπο, την τροπολίτσα. Πάνε για να πατήσουνε την τρόπο, την τροπολίτσα. Στο δρόμο που πηγαίνανε γέροντα, γέροντα παντού. Δρόμο που πηγαίνανε γέροντα, γέροντα παντού. Για και χαρά σας, καλώς τα παιδιά. Για και χαρά σου γέρο, καλώς τα παιδιά. Πού πάτε παλικάρια, πού πάτω ρε παιδιά. Πού πάτε παλικάρια, πού πάτω ρε παιδιά. Πάμε για να πατήσουμε την την τροπολίτσα. Πάμε για να πατήσουμε την την τροπολίτσα.
Μπράβο, Αναστασία.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Χρόνια πολλά, ζήτω η πατρίδα μας. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Okay, and before we go into the round table, we need 4 minutes. We want to have a small presentation from our sponsors of today. One is Cap St. George Hotel and Resort, which is an exceptional award-winning resort in Paphos, Cyprus, situated in one of the most unspoiled and breathtaking landscapes of the island. Could we have the video? And Mr. Raz Brar, the business development manager, will show us the short video. Come in.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for your presence. And we feel very proud that we are here as the main sponsors of this event. First of all, I want to extend a big thank you from behalf of Mr. George Ioannou, the CEO and the owner of Cap St. George's. To John and Margot, thank you very much for holding such a great event here. Also to Effie, she did a lot of work with my colleague Eleftheria to pull this off. So thank you very much. And what a great looking crowd, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. We feel very welcome here. You know, it's a very warm team you have here. And, you know, the kind of hospitality we experience here, this is what we want to extend to you. We want to welcome you to Cyprus to come and enjoy the resort. Cap St. George's is the most celebrated place in Cyprus, undoubtedly. You know, we have the largest seafront resort. It's over 3 miles as a coastline. We have built a beautiful hotel. There are over 300 luxurious villas. A lot of celebrities have bought properties there. We had Jason Derulo come to perform there in our arena. Busta Rhymes, Gypsy Kings, Sakis Rouvas, Argyros, Melissae, they all come there and perform in this beautiful resort. We've already built 10 restaurants. We're building 3 more, including the Michelin star restaurant, where we bring celebrity chefs every couple of weeks. They do a proper culinary journey. We have the largest spa of all of the country there, all the sporting facilities, of course. But you wouldn't believe what is the most popular thing with all the owners and all the guests is the farm. We built a 500,000 square feet farm where we have our own fruits and veg and chickens and eggs and everything. People love to take their kids there and pick up stuff, you know, on daily basis. We have also over 50 horses. You can get horseback riding. We're building a golf course. We're building a water park. So it's a lot going on. We want to welcome you. We want to bring you over. I know the video looks amazing, but in reality, it's much nicer. So please come over. Thank you. Thank you for your presence, and we welcome you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
We're coming, we're coming. And now Kima Restaurant that offered us the amazing food that we had today. John Stavropoulos. Do we have the video? Have a video?
Have a video?
Dear guests, Mr. and Mrs. Katsimatidis, thank you for this wonderful honor. We honor today our most precious day in the history of modern Hellenism, our independence. As the Hellenes back in the motherland, we, the Hellenes abroad, by participating in this breaking bread, we honor their sacrifice. Philoxenia is the love of strangers, and sharing food is a Greek staple tradition. The Kima family has defined Greek gastronomy with its unassuming elegance, the use of traditional ingredients and natural flavors. Our festive atmosphere provides us a connection with the Aegean summer and the places that we endear the most. We continue to embrace this culinary journey, and we pledge to all of our guests our commitment to timeless values and connection to Greek culture. On behalf of the Kima family, thank you for allowing us to share these unique culinary and cultural experiences in our area as we expand our journey throughout the parts of the country. We invite you to join us, embrace us, with us in our vision in a modern Greek hospitality steeped in tradition and culinary excellence. Thank you. Zito to Ethnos.
Thank you all for the amazing food. And now it's time for the round table.
I am proud to say that my grandfather's grandfather and his family, on both sides of the family, we were part of that under Capitan Kefalas when they implanted that flag that's that famous symbol of the revolution by Van Hess, if everyone remembers that. I will say one thing, and what we're going to talk about is the importance, obviously, of Greek Independence Day. And I'm going to take it from different angles. One of the angles that I'm going to take it from is going to be from the American angle, okay? Because we're also here, Americans of Hellenic descent. So I'll start by saying that among the things we want to discuss is the profound impact of Hellenism in America during the Greek Revolution of 1821. How it not only helped shape Greeks, but also Americans in two of the most transformative social movements in American history. And that's the abolitionist movement of the United States and the women's suffrage movement. This is a chapter of history that is often overlooked, yet it reveals how deeply integrated we are in the fight for Greek independence that we're talking about today, with the evolving American ideals of liberty, justice, and human rights. Before I start, I'd like to say also the Greek Revolution was more than just a war of independence. It was the catalyst for change on both sides of the Atlantic. It deepened American engagement in global struggles for freedom, influenced the abolitionist suffrage movements like I indicated, and inspired a new generation of activists. From the battlefields of Greece to the Underground Railroad in the United States, from the fiery speeches of Daniel Webster to the suffragettes who demanded their own liberation, the echoes of 1821 can be heard today. The Greek Revolution is not only just a Greek story, remember this, it is an American story. Don't forget that in the 1800s, 1820s, Americans formed what they called the Greek committees. Thousands of people were involved in the United States who raised money to support the war effort. Many from the United States went over to Greece and fought. For example, Samuel Gridley Howe, George Jarvis, an African-American slave by the name of James Williams. Some of them fought, and some of them died and are buried in Hellas. And don't forget, when they came back to the United States, those principles that they had to help the Hellenes overcome slavery within the Ottoman Empire, they brought those ideas into America and formed the basis of the American abolitionist movement here in the States. The rhetoric of the revolution that was used by these Greek committees, which were in New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and other areas of the states, were the same rhetoric that was used for the abolitionist movement, and it was the same rhetoric later that was used to support the women's suffrage movement. With that, I will start this excellent discussion and this excellent panel that we have here with Paulette Poulos. Paulette, tell us about some of the important significances of this particular day.
Thank you so much, Lou. It's a great honor to be here and to see so many Philhellenes and friends. We share so many wonderful memories. As I sit here, I reflect upon beloved Archbishop Iakovos of blessed memory. Archbishop Iakovos, who I had the privilege of serving as his administrative assistant for many years, his biggest holiday was Greek Independence Day. If you saw the Archbishop at the cathedral when the Evzones walked in and his eyes filled with tears as he sang the national anthem and yelled Zito Yalada, you felt you were 100% plus a Greek. When you watched him at the parade, as the young people gathered, and I remember how many years it was snowing, it was cold, it was raining. I know, as Phil said, God is our meteorologist and we don't have to worry about the weather. But I remember Archbishop Iakovos, I would say, Your Eminence, let one of the bishops take over. It's freezing cold. We'd give him hot coffee. No, they're fego. Till the last float of young people came, he said, I have to be the one to give them the blessing. And for those of you that do not know, I will share something personal with you. When His Eminence became ill for the last time, and on April 10th, the day that he passed away in 2005, we were talking with Bishop Andoni about what do we do? A parade with music, 3,000 young people, and our Archbishop is in the last 24 hours. What do we do? And he said, Paulette, let's leave it in God's hands. And Archbishop Iakovos passed away at 6 p.m. The moment that we called Archbishop Demetrios to tell him that he had just passed away, the Archbishop said, what time did he pass? We said 6 p.m. He said, you will not believe it. That is the time the last float passed, and the Archbishop gave their blessing, and now we are heading to the Proxenio. It was as if the Archbishop, who loved parades, loved the Greek ethnic, waited for that moment to leave this world and enter the next. I have the privilege of being from a Greek community. My parents were born in Greece, and even though some may say Amerikaniki, I'm more Greek than some of the Greeks. When we go to Greece, we love the Greek music, we love the Greek ethnics, we are proud of our heritage. And I am humbled to serve for 20 years as the Executive Director for Leadership 100, because the primary purpose of that is to promote and perpetuate Hellenism in America. Our concern is to help preserve the Greek language, to help make sure that our young people, as you saw today, these young people singing, the words and the spirit as you looked at them, this is what we're all about. And I'm so proud to be Greek Orthodox.
Thank you so much, Paulette. If you can, Philip, tell us a little bit about the theme of this year's parade.
First of all, thank you, Lou. Lou is a historian. I don't know, he's an engineer by profession, but I think he knows more history than anybody. So we appreciate Lou whenever he gives us historical lessons, as of this morning. So we selected the theme, Greece, the birthplace of democracy, and a strong strategic partner of America. This is very, very important, especially now. And as I see my good friend there from Corfu, thank you for being here. My other good friend, the president of AHEBA, the supreme president of AHEBA, Sabat Cívicos, and Dino Rallis, who's an old fighter for the parade, served as chairman for many years. And Stella, of course, is going to be Stella, the teacher, is here with us. And we were inspired by your songs, Ms. Anise. Thank you very much. So, our theme is very, very important because I say two things. We're going to celebrate and commemorate on Sunday. But there's another word. We will remember. And what we are remembering is what has happened to Greece and Hellenism over the years. We're celebrating 204 years of independence. But in those 204 years, Greece fought with America in World War I, in World War II. In every endeavor, Greece was right next to America. And that makes us very, very proud as American citizens. We have to be proud that, alas, Greece was the country that stood against the Nazis. And if it wasn't for Greece, World War II would have been different. So this particular theme is very, very important today because, as I said many times before, we cannot forget the 50-year occupation of Cyprus, almost 51 years. And as American citizens, we have an obligation as we celebrate our independence to remember that 51 years ago, Turkey, utilizing American-made arms, paid for by our taxes, invaded Cyprus and caused 5,000 deaths, 200,000 people, refugees in their own land. So we keep fighting for that. So when somebody says to me that, Turkey shares values, Turkey doesn't have any shared values with America. It's us, the Greek Americans, our 500 churches, first in education, second in national income, working very hard, and we have to be very proud of what we have achieved. That's why Sunday is so important, Lou, that our theme is Greece. We're proud that we are the birthplace of democracy. So as descendants of the birthplace of democracy, living in the greatest democracy in the world as American citizens, we have an obligation to make sure that the Hellenic values, the Hellenic ideals that we believe in come true for Cyprus, for Hagia Sophia, for the School of Hockey, and for all of Hellenism. That's the theme.
Thank you so much, Philip. And for the audience, Philip mentioned our linkage to America during World War I, World War II, the Korean War. But the first battle that Americans fought overseas, okay, the Battle of Derna in 1805, among the Marines, where you get from the shores of Tripoli, where they have that song, were Greek mercenaries, and more Greek mercenaries actually fought in that battle than Americans. So we go back to the Barbary Wars with the United States of America, and that was the first American victory overseas, and the Greeks were the ones that actually invaded the battlements and took over the Castro, if you will. In addition, Hellenic Americans fought in the American Civil War. We talked about how how the Greek Revolution influenced the abolitionist movement. But we should also mention that Greek Americans actually fought in the Civil War. For example, John Zachos, a very famous, born in Constantinople, an orphan, came to the United States. He was adopted, and basically became one of the leaders of the abolitionist movement here in the United States. We had also Christodoulos Evangelis, who inspired William Bryant's famous poem, The Greek Boy. Okay, and he also became a tremendous abolitionist and fought for ending slavery in the United States. We had other orphans that came from, let's say, Chios, because of the massacre that took place, that joined the American Navy, were actual officers in the American Navy. We had at the time merchants, Greek merchants. We talk about immigrants coming to the United States as immigrants from the countryside. Most people don't realize that the first wave that came here from Greece, because of the war, the Hellenic War in 1821, were actually merchants. They were international merchants. They established their businesses in New York, in Charleston, in Augusta, and in fact, they controlled the cotton trade before the Civil War and during the Civil War, because everyone was afraid that England and the other countries would go with the South. The Greek cotton merchants decided to import cotton from Egypt and basically prevented other people from joining the Civil War for the southern side. So we have to understand these linkages and how important they are, and how this revolution, the revolution of 1821, was important and part of American history. With that, I will introduce Anastasi to say a few words on the importance of the Greek Revolution of 1821.
I'd like to first thank Mr. Katsimatidis and Margot for putting this together. It's an opportunity for all of us to get together and I guess, and talk, not only talk about, but remember, and that's important. Which brings us to the most important thing. We are remembering it, but where are we passing it on to? And it's important that we understand that we need to continue passing it on to our children, our youth. In the Archdiocese, we have over 30,000 students that sit and learn Greek in our institutions. We are the driving force of the Greek language in the United States. We have about 25 day schools in the United States. But we still need to support these schools. Unfortunately, the numbers are dwindling, change in our culture, change in location, people are moving around, and it's important that we retain our language. Listen, a lot of people are saying, as long as the culture survives, what good would that have been if we were listening to the songs and the kids didn't understand what she was saying? It's important that our language survive in the United States. It is the bridge that unites us to our country, to Greece. Language, culture, religion belong hand in hand together. And we need to support those programs, support our churches, send our children to these schools, speak Greek in our home, visit Paphos, visit these places, because that's where the language is, that's where our culture. They said before that we beat Greece in our heart. We do. Η Ελλάδα ζει στην καρδιά των Αμερικανών. είμαστε Έλληνες, νομίζω περισσότερο από τους Έλληνες στην Ελλάδα. Και νομίζω γιατί το πονάμε. We hurt more than the Greek does. We miss our country. When Greece is suffering, we suffer even more because we are not there to assist. But this is something that if we don't pass on to our children, eventually what will be left? The stories that our grandmother told to us will be gone. Our music will be gone. And it's important that we support our schools, whether it's financially, whether it's volunteering in our churches, but whatever it may be, we need to keep our schools and our programs alive to remember March, to remember Greek Independence Day, not just to read it in history books. The Philhellenes will not help the Greek community. We as Greek Americans, as American Greeks, as Greeks, need to continue to support and like Mr. Katsas is doing, educate people on what Greece has contributed. And we're a young nation. Remember, our freedom came recently. We suffered, which is strange because we are the country that built democracy. Yet, we were enslaved for 400 years. And yet we have contributed from that time till today, politicians, attorneys, famous doctors, things that we have brought to the table in such a short time. We are an extraordinary country. Though small, we are powerful. Zito Ελλάδα.
Thank you, Anastasi. Let me just further what Anastasi said. You cannot really be a Hellene, a true Hellene, without speaking the Hellenic language. Okay, and this comes from someone who's lived here for 69 years. So it's very important. It's very important that we support the Hellenic language within the United States of America. It's extremely important. Let me add another thing. This month is also Women's History Month. So let me add this, because I indicated in the beginning. The Greek Revolution also played an unexpected but crucial part in advancing women's rights in America. Many of the same women who championed the Greek cause that I discussed earlier went on to lead the suffrage movement. They include Julia Ward Howe, Elizabeth Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, Emma Willard. Women played a central role in fundraising for the Greek relief. And this engagement helped propel them into political activism. Emma Willard, for example, was a pioneer of female education and used the Greek struggle as an argument for educating American women, even establishing the first women's school in Greece, in Athens. One of the most potent symbols of this connection was one of the most potent connections of what took place in Greece and how it affected the abolitionist movement and the women's suffrage movement had to do with probably the most famous statue in America of the 19th century by Hiram Powers, called the Greek slave, the Greek slave. And this was a depiction of a Greek woman in chains representing the horrors of Ottoman slavery and being set to be sold as a slave. This propelled such tremendous influence in the United States for the abolitionist movement. And one of the most famous suffragettes, Lucy Stone, recalled, quote, "Hot tears came to my eyes at the thought of millions of women who must be freed." Okay, so the Philhellenic movement helped awaken American women from the, quote, cult of true womanhood that kept them segregated in private spaces. With that, I'm going to go back to you in terms of women, freedom, the Hellenic Revolution, and the United States of America, because you held one of the most important positions in our society, in the Hellenic American society, regarding the Leadership 100.
I'm proud to be Greek, but I'm proud to be a woman too after listening to you. I can say honestly that yes, I was the first woman to be appointed as the executive director for a very prominent organization. And the reason I took it was because they said it's about Hellenism. It's about orthodoxy. And that's very dear to me. And I touch upon what Anastasi said. Without the Greek schools, where I grew up in Brooklyn, they didn't have a Greek school at that time. They had Father John Poulos, who Stella probably remembers, teaching. I was active in president of this, president of that at the school. And I did not have the privilege to go to Greek school. The Greek I learned from my mom and my dad and my yaya. But I can tell you truthfully that women today have excelled in so many areas, whether it's medical, whether it's this. I was honored by the Proxenio, I was honored by other groups. Those that know me know that I'm not comfortable with honors, but I did it for a reason, to show that women today can be better than me. I am planning next year, after 60 years next year, I will be stepping down from my position because I want to pave the way and give a message to the young people that it is your chance to take over, take the reins, and do better than I did. You now, the doors are open in society, in the church, in every aspect of this life. We have an opportunity for women to someday maybe even be women president of the United States. Things have changed. So I urge all of you who are young to stay Greek, to stay involved, and to be proud of your roots.
I will end with this. I will end with this because next year is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. And Greek, Hellenic American history within America has been there throughout all those years. And what we are going to do is emphasize all those attributes that took place over those 250 years. And I will mention also 1776 was also the birth of Yannis Kapodistrias, the man who almost single-handedly created the modern state of Hellas, in my opinion. Thank you.
Κυριακός Λευκάδος.
Είναι από τη Λευκάδα. Είναι από τη Λευκάδα.
Το επόμενο είναι σιρτός. Συνιώτικος.
The next station from our village, from Sinias. She's very slow dancing.
Okay.
from Friuli. Friuli is the one area from Italy. We do that because the Venice when the
Πάμε. Τέσσερις προτάσεις.
Από την πρωτεύουσα ή από τα νησιά.
Όχι, από τα νησιά. Από τα βουρά, από τα βουρά.
Thank you. Might slip on the $100 bills. I don't think they're with it. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, what do I get?
In the middle, right. Photographer's take position.
Κάτω να καθίσετε.
Not you, John.
Όχι.
Not you.
Γιάννη, Γιάννη. Μόνο οι άντρες κάτω, οι άντρες κάτω.
And I like it. The girls with the beautiful heads.
Girls, close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one again. Hold it. Last one. 3, 2, 1.
Γιάννη, ζορμπά μετά.
And we have Zorba.
Έχουμε ζορμπά και...
Καρσιλαμά.
Και καρσιλαμά. Δύο,
Και τα δύο.
Και κασάπι. Εντάξει.
Δώσε... Ξεκινάμε χασαπικό. Καρσιλαμά. Ανά.
Βασιλικό να μου δίνεις, να
Thank you. The majority. το διάλειμμα, ναι.
I wish they were real hundreds, trust me. Fabulous. Okay? You guys, it was amazing. You guys are like,
We are pros. We are pros. That's what we do. Ευτυχώς που παίζει και το ζορμπάκι. Δεν έκανε λάθος.
Γιάννη,
Αγκαλιάστε τι είναι.
αγκαλιάστε το, αγκαλιάστε.
Τι θέλεις να κάνω. Είναι ανοιχτό, είναι ανοιχτό. Κανένας δεν κατάλαβε τι είπα. Εγώ μιλάω συνθηματικά.
Over there. Look at these guys. What are you doing? Okay, kids. I got y'all. Except you in the back. Move over. All right, go. Yes.
Va bene. Έλα τα παιδιά του Πειραιά.
Okay. Some sound. Please, some sound for the microphone. Ready. Opa. Well, you can kiss me on a Monday, a Monday, a Monday is very, very good. And you can kiss me on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday. In fact, I wish you do. And you can kiss me on a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, but Saturday's best. But never ever on a Sunday, a Sunday, a Sunday, 'cause that's my day of rest. Just name the day that you like the best. Only stay away of my day of rest. Μα όσο κι αν ψάξω δεν βρίσκω άλλο λιμάνι, τρελή να με έχει κάνει όσο το Πειραιά. La 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 la. La 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 la. Απ' το παράθυρο μου στέλνω 1, 2 και 3 και 4 φιλιά που φτάνουν στο λιμάνι 1 και 2 και 3 και 4 πουλιά. Πως ήθελα να είχα 1 και 2 και 3 και 4 παιδιά που σαν θα μεγαλώσουν όλα να γίνουν λεβέντες για χάρη του Πειραιά. Μα όσο κι αν ψάξω δεν βρίσκω άλλο λιμάνι, τρέλη να με έχει κάνει όσο τον Πειραιά. Κι όταν βραδιάζει τραγούδια μαραδιάζει και τις πένιες του αλλάζει και μίζει από παιδιά. Well, you can kiss me on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday. It's very, very good, Margot. Well, you can kiss me on a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, and Saturday is best. La 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 για χάρη του Πειραιά. Ζήτω! Χρόνια πολλά! Μπράβο! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a great honor. Χρόνια πολλά. Σήμερα it was very emotional, moving, and we celebrate Greece. Thank you.
Ζήτω η Ελλάδα, ζήτω John and Margot.
Careful, the money is slippery.
I know.
The money's slippery.
Margot, I need a picture with you and John. Sure. Yeah.